Well, one second here. There we are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome. Hey here, friends. Glad to have you along. This is your Clockwork Wizard, Sigurd Chronosecht, at your service tonight. Part-time adventurer, full-time storyteller. How is everybody doing today? See, everybody's a little bit chill today, since it's a little early. And of course, being a Sunday evening, at least on my side, Sunday evening's a little, chill and a little more relaxed. Knowing that the fact that we're going to be back at the grind again at work tomorrow. So, that said, let's see where we have gone to today. Since last time, I think that was yesterday or so, we went through the steps of faith. It has been quite an intense ride. So that said, how are we doing right now? How are we taking it? We're going to dive in straight into the game and see where exactly are we. So as you can see right now, I last used a red mage for the fight. I'm gonna have to do some changes on the hotbars once again. I have a third or fourth hotbar up here. I'm still deliberating on it. We'll get to that. But I think we'll be able to get ourselves into the thick of it once we're ready. So, we fought off dragons on a bridge. My friends, when I told them about it, especially good old Ted Jackson and Larshan, when they were on voice call earlier, we were on VC a while ago, chatting about this, and he was like, "Brother, you don't mess with a dragon, you run." That was the most stressful thing ever, but here we are. Now that we managed to fend off a dragon, what's next? So I guess we're going to be in for some acting, some voice acting, and some storytelling. Here we go. Let's start. Okay, so last time I noticed that we have 2 quests, so I'm going to unlock all of them at the same time and see where we end up. So I'm going to unlock both of them, so there's going to be 2 quest threads are following. We'll start with this one. The power to defend oneself. Tataru has ever been full of surprises. Now that I think on it, I do recall Eorzean mentioning that she had developed an interest in Arcanema. Maybe she hopes to gain admittance to the Arcanist's Guild in Limsa. Yeah, that will be the way of it. Would you be so kind as to journey to the guild and see that all is well? It is doubtless unwarranted, but surely I'm not alone in my concern for her safety. Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to be very concerned about her. And hey, good evening, Solaire. Glad to have you on. And this time I chose to start early, so just to give you a heads up there. So I'm glad that you managed to make it right now. And we're starting 2 quests straight away from Minfilia. Last time we had 1 just a while ago. We're going to check on Tataru shortly. But we have another one. I wonder what this is. I wonder, do you perchance recall the commitment I made to furnish Hoary Boulder with a capable adventurer? Well, I'm sorry to say that I have, as of yet, been unable to do so. Now I realize that you are rather more than a capable adventurer, and that escort duty is frankly beneath a man of your talents, but I have no one else to turn to at present. Might you be willing to forego rest and assist in this matter? Generous to a fault. I thank you, Sigurd. Now, it seems only fair I explain the import of the task in question. For some time, our order has employed a handful of scholars to travel around Eorzea, taking a etheric readings that we might better understand the impact of primal summoning. Naturally, it behooves us to employ our employees' safety, and so we ask the adventurers in our service to serve as escorts. Cordy, Boulder, and Coltonet were to act as two such escorts, as was a third adventurer. Alas, due to injury, however, said adventurer is not presently fit for duty. Hence, my need to impose upon your goodwill. Oh, you truly are a pillar of strength, Sigurd. Cordy Boulder will share with you the details of your task. He should be waiting for you outside. Be safe. Okay, so we're going to particular tasks here. So I'm going to check which one is going to go first. And I see you're doing some cooking. I had some dinner myself, so a little bit stuffed and a little bit awake. Let's hope this carries me up till the rest of the night. So everyone who's watching this, if you're watching this live or if you're watching the video on demand, I hope you have your food ready so you don't feel hungry while enjoying the game. Or at least the stream of the game. And if you're following along while playing, that's nice. I hope you're enjoying. As long as you have me on your monitors, we're good. Speaking of which, time to pick which 2 jobs are we doing. I think for this, I might as well go to check which would be the best job. Samurai. Red Mage. I think I'll stick with Red Mage today. This might be a good idea. Let's see what we can do. So I'll do the Hoary Boulder quest first. Let's see what's happening. It's just right outside. Natural. Very natural. Talk with Fleming real quick. The storm has come and gone. These moments of peace never last long, do they? There's a point there. Sometimes these moments of peace might actually appeal to something else. Let's go to number 2. I had no idea that you would be assisting us personally, Sigurd. My sincerest apologies for dragging you into our affairs. Okay, let's check with Big Guy. Ah, Sigurd. Is it true that you agreed to lend us a hand? Huzzah! What did I tell you, Coltonet? Our misfortune is becoming a blessing. An opportunity to serve alongside the Warrior of Light himself. Need I remind you that we have 3 scholars to escort, each of whom will take a different route? True, but our mission is the same. Separated with moms we may be, but in spirit, we shall be together. If such thoughts bring you joy, then you are welcome to think them. To more practical concerns, Sigurd, we would have to attend to a scholar charged with serving the South Shroud. He is waiting at Camp Tranquil as we speak. All you need to do is follow the man. He will determine the most appropriate location to take his readings. In spirit, Sigurd, in spirit, we shall be together every step of the way. Glad to hear that. I will have to warp. Guess we'll have to teleport. South Shroud. And poof, here we go. I think before we start Heavensward, I might have to change the UI again. Although in this case, it's not just the UI, but it's also the overlay, especially the one covering the chat right now. We're gonna make it appropriate to the expansion. So that starts. You know it's happening. Let's check on that scholar. Oh, here he is. At last, the Scions man deigns to grace me with his presence. A pity we have no time for pleasantries. Our first destination is Isomhar. Come. We are late enough as it is. Oh, can't wait for the hour cutscenes. Oh no, I dread the hour cutscenes. I dread them to a fault. Oh, I don't think we'll survive that. Especially when you start seeing the several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is suggested that you allot enough time to view these in its entirety. Once you get that, it's like, oh no, it has begun. Why does this look like the entrance for Palace of the Dead? Yes, this location should suffice. Once I finish calibrating my instruments, I will require but a moment to take the necessary measurements. I trust I need not explain that my work can suffer no interruptions then. Please, stand at an appropriate distance and keep watch for wild beasts. Alright, I have a feeling we're going to be wrecking some things. So, let's do that. Once again, Midgard's armor's on our shoulders. Oh, God. Good. I see we have both completed our tasks, respectively. A satisfactory outcome. Though, if I could make one suggestion, you might try to dispatch your foes more quietly in the future. I do not like to pick fault, but I really must be allowed to concentrate. Now then, Snake Malt awaits, shall we? When it come to that, but okay. Alright. I have to find an alternate. So how is everyone doing? Because just a while ago I had a really fun time earlier today. Having to go and swim and such. Which is a surprise. I never expected to have a chance to swim at all. Like, get into a pool, take a dip, and enjoy pulling myself down with water and all that. There's that. But it was actually fun. Unexpected, but fun. Right about here. Yes. As before, I would like to let you keep an eye out for dangerous beasts as I work. Okay. Repeating the process. Literally did nothing. You know what? Sometimes that's a good thing, if in case you're really intent of resting. Sometimes nothingness is just as good. Being able to laze around, yeah, that's also good. It's a good time too. Oh my goodness, what is this? Fascinating. These readings are not at all what I expected. Though perhaps that should come as no surprise. I'm not given to superstition, but there is a queer almost blasphemous air hereabouts. Let us quit this place and return to Roots Lake. We have one more site to survey. Oh, I think he's getting the heebie-jeebies right now. But from what? Okay, we got some strollers. They're basically Marlboro skins. Still, acid breath. Careful. Okay, we got a fade over here. Oh, that's an interesting area. As before, my guardian, pray leave me to my task and ensure our safety. Okay, round 3. Here's our point. This data should prove invaluable too. Gods, what is that stench? Just slaughtered a creep of adamantises while my back was turned. Quickly now. Camp Tranquil. I will not have my clothing reeking of blood and offal. Yeah. That's just... I have a feeling we just had so much of an intense fight. We were covered in stuff. I'm not sure if it was us or it was the weapons that we used. And MIDI is on our shoulder again. I don't know that. There he is. What you got? Just to paddle in the anchor a while longer, I take it. No matter, I took advantage of my unexpected privacy and performed a cursory analysis of my data. It would appear that there had been measurable decreases in the Eorzea's ambient ether concentration since the calamity. However, this data is far from conclusive. I must make initial measurements to confirm my assessment. More measurements. I wonder what that means. For our next survey, I would have you escort me to Earth's fount. The ambient ether concentrations there are so high that crystalline structures form spontaneously. Consequently, anomalous fluctuations should be much easier to detect. Brilliant, yes? No, don't bother answering. It's rhetorical. Now, come along. This guy. I don't know if I find that endearing or just annoying. Oh boy. Anyway, let's go. Earth's found, huh? Right our way there. So from snake's molt and then return to best snake molt. Not into the keep though. That's a different story. We're here. And I'm looking forward to getting the new jobs. Here. And over there. Right through the top. Okay, here's a question for everyone who's watching, whether you're on the VOD or you're watching this live. Slayer and a few others. Huh? Folks who are watching this, should we do the relic quests? That's currently the question I'm toying around with. Go ahead and take on the relic quests, or maybe save that after Snare itself. Also, on top of that, which ones are we going to pull off? Before we could submit any answers on that one, I'm going to make a poll on the Discord. I'm also going to make a poll on the community post, and I'm going to collate both results and see what we can do. Okay, that's a mixed message there, Solaire. Hell no. I think you know how notoriously long those are, right? The relic quests, especially for the older relic quests. But yeah, been wondering about it, if in case we could do it, or we should rather wait. So I don't think we have the level to at the moment. I think we should reserve that once we hit level 100 or 90, perhaps. Maybe 80 at earliest. Should be more familiar with the procedure by now. Where I find a suitable position from which to keep watch while I take measurements. And that we shall. Let's stand here. Look at how stunning this place is. Yes, quite high. Yet still markedly low. Historical measurements taken near the end of the 6th astral era. Did the presence of a primal account for the difference? Or is there something else? Something else? Something else. What? Scion, come here. I need you. Oh no. No. Not our boy. Red. Fear not, my friends. Help has arrived. There you are, Sigurd. 48 hour worried you and your charge failed to return to the appointed hour. Got like a hog, not by one. No. These wounds were made with a blade. Doesn't look like he put up much of a fight either. Nary a mark on his sword or shield. I've heard nothing of any Crystal Brave operations in this area. What causes Willard to come here? What should we do? We will see to the scholar's protection, Sigurd. Aye, and the boy's remains. We should return to the Rising Stones. The antecedent will know what would want to know what happened here. So do I. I can sense that something's wrong. Something's horribly wrong. Spoke a few times in the Rising Stones. He wasn't as experienced as some of the other Braves, but gods, he had passion. Gods, what a waste. We leave the matter to us. The matter is here to us, Sigurd. We must return to the Rising Stones and inform the antecedent at once. It's rough. I think they silenced him. Maybe because he knew too much. I've never been this close to a... Oh, gods. Yeah. No worries, friend. There it is. And yes, Soler. Another pole. Oh, boy. Anyway, let's go back to base. I think someone needs to know this. Go back inside. Too birdie. Okay, now that we're here, let's report to our boss. Slash waifu. Sigurd, you are returned. You seem troubled. Did the role of escort chafe so? No, not really. It was something else. Wilred? Dead? Mayhap murdered? By the 12, how can that be? I will send word to Alphino at once. He will want to conduct a full investigation and send word to Wilred's family. He was just a boy. Do this. Why? Yes. How dare they massacre our boy? That's all I can think of right now. How dare they massacre our boy? Okay, speaking of which, let's go to Tata real quick. Little Tata will make no sense. Oh wait. She's not up here. She's downstairs. Okay. Down. Here. Okay. Oh, look at her. Oh, look at her. Sigurd! What are you doing here? Hey, let me check out what you're doing. I didn't mean for her to worry. That's the last thing I wanted. Putting an end to such worries is precisely the reason I'm here. Don't you see? I, Tataru, shall become a great and powerful arcanist. And now, at Mistress Thurbergeim's behest, my tongue, I must go and complete a special training exercise. Until we meet again. I have a feeling I know this. I've been here before. Like, as an arcanist myself. She's gonna do the thing we did last time, our earlier quests. If you remember, it's the one where we met Plyha. So, this is gonna be a fun one. It's fun you get Tataru's gonna be the one who's doing the exercise. Ah, it isn't Sigurd. What brings you to the guild? You are acquainted with our newest member. An arcanist of your experience must see that her potential is somewhat lacking. Nevertheless, she will not be denied. And goes now to undertake her first trial, a simulated inspection of 3 crates. Now that you recall receiving similar training under Clyde's supervision. Thought occurs to me. Well, why not oversee Tataru's training yourself? Given your relationship with the girl and your familiarity with the task, I think you the ideal choice. Need only head to the cliffs south of the Zephyr Gate, as before, and observe from a distance. Alright, so I think we're just going to watch. If we got this right, this is going to be the same thing as we did last time. It'll be fun. Yep, it was here. I remember this. No. This had to be on a rainy day. There's our boxes. Let's see if she'll be able to use it. Or the Azure Seas, the pirates' port where she met her Shine Joe. But to bring the smuggler's planes to not kin the last known. Beat amid the back trap, cut and with the gust. Deck up with a countdown burst. Go, crab, go. Are those crates I spy? Oh, look at that Carby. Oh boy. And this must be the true test. Ready for them, aren't we, Carbuncle? Are we? Oh, you bloody little... Carbuncle? Oh no. Why did the thing leave her? Bloody little Carbuncle. What are you doing? And the Carby left. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come back here, Carbuncle. Come back. That's not gonna go well. Dang it, that sucks. Like, I don't know how bad that would get. More so when the Carby just decides to uptail and run. Decides to leave. It just sucks. Should have known you'd come, Sigurd. You didn't say a word. Your face says it all. I know you bore witness to my shame. Betrayed by my own carbuncle and left at the mercy of wild beasts. Oh, that hurts. Oh, I must accept the truth. I'll never be a warrior like you or the others. I will inform Mistress Thurbergheim my intention to withdraw from the guild. Arcanima, like something else, is beyond me. Oh. Even though, believe it or not, even though the Arcanima discipline itself originated from the this is the lore. This is the lore bit. This is not spoilers, but this is the lore thing. That Arcanima actually originated from Lalafell. It came from the Lalafell, but this is from the Lalafell of the South Sea Isles, which is, I believe, kind of further. I don't know where exactly where the South Sea Isles is in the map. I kind of forgot. But at a certain point, the Lalafell from the South Sea Isles kind of vanished or something. I forgot. Or they kind of scattered about. It's been a while since I've heard of that story, but yes, that is the case. And in case you're wondering why I mentioned it again here, it is a lore tidbit that you would actually encounter at some point. It might also be a thing that may come up later. Like way later in MSQ, but it's also just, it's basically not exactly a spoiler. It's an important note to remember when dealing with lore from the game. Background lore, specifically. So, there's a bunch of stuff here to remember. Here's our guild master here. Ah, back so soon. How fared our fledgling arcanist? Abysmally, Mistress Thurbergheim. Abysmally, as Sigurd will testify. I was wrong to become an arcanist. Wrong as usual. I am completely and utterly unqualified, and I sincerely apologize for wasting your time. Tataru, if that were true, I would not have permitted you to join in the first place. We must all come to accept our limitations, lest our ambitions lead us astray. However, we must not lose sight of our strengths in the process. For example, your exceptional skill with numbers helped you to gain a solid grasp of the foundations of the fundamentals of Arcanima. Were it not for you, we would have struggled even to summon Carbuncle to your side. In my opinion, the Scions are truly fortunate to have such a capable and good-natured receptionist in service. Do you not agree? You're too kind, Mrs. Thurbergheim. Though I could not overcome this challenge, I shall take your words to my heart and try not to be discouraged. Well, interesting that she has that little bit of ambition. It's actually cute. Now, what's Tataru's next step? As fetching as these garments are, here I shall never don them again. I can't go back to the Rising Stones without something to show for my time away. Wait, I know what I can do. That is, if you don't mind accompanying me for a little while longer. Wonderful. Then, to Costa del Sol we go. It's a bit of a gamble, but I'm confident it will pay off. Costa del Sol, Okay. She's planning this stuff. Yeah, and it's a poor little Tataru. I mean, I think what actually didn't go well for her was the fact that while she has, I think it might be on the in the ether reserves and stuff. Could be that, or she doesn't have really good control over it. Because her theory, like her capability of controlling, like how good she is with numbers, really shows how good she is cognitively. Like, she's really smart. Like, calculations and such would be a breeze for her. So maybe it was just not enough in terms of the control part, in terms of controlling her carbuncle. But she was kind of there though. Oh, don't tell me she's up here. Yeah, I think she's up the stairs. Yeah, I was right. She was up the stairs. Aww. She's on summer mode. Yes, this is it. This is where the man at the Drowning Wench told me to look. There is a certain variety of clam that can be harvested this time of the year in Bloodshore, one which produces the most marvelous pearls. However, these clams are also coveted by certain wind creatures. Since I fared rather poorly in battle the last time. Anyway, let us be off. She's gonna ask me to do that. Yep, I can do it. She's gonna ask me to do something. Overshot. Ah, here she is. Ah, what fortune! Already found one. Would you be so kind as to keep watch while I work? This should only take a moment. Okay. Yes. This. This bit. Oh, there you are. Alright. Here we go. Got him before they could do anything. Go back. Well fought, Sigurd. Well fought. I knew I was right. I knew I was right to ask you to come. As for me, I have my prize. A bounty of blood pearls. So named for their reddish hue, they were treasured as wards against dark magics in ancient times. Oh! Oh, it's actually meaningful. That's cool. I thought I might make charms for everyone. So that no matter where they go, always come home. It's sort of the power to defend myself and others. In a way. Right? Well. Well, I mustn't keep Flumin waiting. There's more work to be done, and lots of them. We're to secure provisions for the Scions in the livings and markets. She may have an eye for quality, but I have a nose for bargains. You'll be heading back to the Rising Stones? If so, here convey my apologies to the antecedent, and tell her that she needn't worry about me. Farewell, Sigurd. Thank you for everything. That sounded rather final, didn't it? How about until we meet again? Yeah, we'll see her again. She is. Okay, let's go. Home. So off to the Rising Stones. Hey there, back home. Sun here. Compared to last time. So, nope, that's not the one. Is it? Yeah, that's the one. Let's go back then. To the Rising Stones. Location. Solar. Right before Minfilia. She is. Welcome home, Sigurd. I gather you found Tataru in Limsa. Yeah. No need to worry. Why? It sounds as though she had quite the adventure. While it did not end as she hoped, I suspect that it will prove to be a valuable experience. I dare say she could have managed without our intervention. Even so, I appreciate you indulging my request. I'm sorry, Sigurd. No doubt you have other matters to attend to, and have already imposed upon you so much. Pray, take some time for yourself. I dare say you have more than earned respite. After all, we'll be most busy with preparations as the banquet draws near. Should other adventurers summon you elsewhere, perhaps now is the time to heed their call. Okay. This is it. The sign that we're talking about. We've hit the wall. In order to progress the main scenario, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series. The Crystal Tower quest series must be undertaken by speaking with the outlandish man in Revenant's Toll. This is it, folks. We are now officially locked out. So as a sign for this, we are going to step out. We are going to use a variety of jobs to pull this off. So right now we cannot do our MSQ yet. We're going to do the Alliance raid. It's begun. This is going to be a little bit long since there's going to be a bunch of cutscenes and stuff too. By the time we make it to Heavensward and we unlock the jobs I'm going to need, I'm going to start unlocking a bunch of duties and side quests. just to help with the leveling process. Now, the question is, should I take all the jobs in Heavensward, like all 3 from Ishgard, or just pick the ones that I find thematic? I'm gonna think about that in a bit. While we're thinking about that, let's talk to this outlandish man. No worries. I'm basically just unlocking things, and if it comes to the point where I'm going to run through a duty, I might need to either queue it tonight, or I might have to queue it next week. We'll have to find out. Depending on the luck that we have, of course. Let me see if I can do the voice. Do I know you? Ah, unless I am very much mistaken. You are the famed adventurer who bested the Garlean Empire's general, were you not? The great Sigurd Chronosecht himself. Amazing. More than a little serendipitous. One might even call it fate. I but recently received word of a truly unique opportunity, you see. An opportunity the like of which none, one of your proven worth, could take advantage. The reward? Not less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk, a single misstep, could cost you your life. But what is a little danger to a storied hero such as you? A man with absolute confidence in his own abilities stand to profit handsomely from this venture. No, I crave no recompense for my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discoveries you shall make will be reward enough, I assure you. If my words have fanned the flames of your curiosity, then I bid you, seek a man by the name of Rambrose at St. Conach's Fine. It is he who stands at the doorway of untold marvels, awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. And thus we will go. Let's find Rambrose. We're gonna drive all the way to the other side. Oh, fight chocobo. Nice. And that Keeper of the Lake theme is playing in my head right now. Oh, here we are. Here's our man. Why, if it isn't Sigurd Chronosecht himself. I was not expecting such a celebrated guest. To whom do I owe the honor of this visit? You're close to me. You were directed here, you say, by a man clad in forbidden and foreign garb. What the hell was I thinking? Well, the opportunity he spoke of must surely refer to our latest anthropogeographical. Oh my god, my tongue. Ugh. Anthropogeographical endeavor. There we go. Quite how he came to know of it is, well, nothing matter. All knowledge of this project was supposed to be restricted to my organization. But that is something for me to ponder in private. We're here now. Your services will, I am certain, prove invaluable. I must warn you, however, the venture we have in mind is no simple excavation. An unprepared or incautious adventurer would find himself very well on an unplanned and unpleasant journey to Thal's solemn halls. Knowing this, you still wish to lend us your cooperation. I'd rather thought you'd say that. Your courage is scarcely a secret. I rather thought that you would say that. Now, first, Sigurd! I thought it was you! What brings you to St. Connex? No, don't tell me. The Alliance has sent you on another realm-shaking, history-making mission to lay low an apparently insufferable foe, yes? No? Ah, I see you two are already acquainted. That is well, Master Garland. Our intrepid hero here caught wind of the forthcoming expedition and has kindly pledged to assist us. He has he? Glad to have you aboard, Sigurd. You don't have the faintest idea of what you volunteered for, do you? Well, very well. Let us begin at the beginning. The Sons of St. Connex are tasked with unearthing the secrets of a long-fallen Allagan empire. And this present endeavor aims to delve more deeply into the civilization's mysteries than ever before. But I know that look. In the event that you feel ill-equipped to contribute much on the subject of Allagan archaeology, I invite you to recall our encounter with the Ultima weapon. That mechanical monstrosity represented a feat of engineering far beyond aught Garlemald can presently achieve. Nerotol Skeva simply awoke it. I mentioned this, by the way, of a reminder that you have had what one might term extensive first-hand experience with a notable Allagan relic. In short, practically an archaeologist. Now, to the core of the matter. Here, in Mordona, there stands an entire Allagan structure which we have yet to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. After witnessing the destructive capabilities of the Ultima weapon and from the lesser moon Dalamud before it, it seems wise to treat any remnants of that era with the utmost caution. They must be analyzed, monitored, and above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands. To put plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniacal legatus wield one of those weapons. It was this thought which first moved me to contact the Sons and propose that the tower be explored. For several millennia, the Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep underground. Like so many other things that were better left undisturbed, the structure was freed from its stony prison by the great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the seventh Umbral era. Now stands revealed in all its splendor, a gleaming spear of crystal pointed at the bosom of the heavens. Oh, this defense. I remember this. It's that barrier we can't cross. Called it. We believe the tower to be the repository of much of the ancients' wisdom. Unfortunately, its entrance is guarded by formidable defenses. We cannot so much as peep through the eye hole, much less set foot inside. These defenses take the form of statues carved into the likeness of giant swordsmen. The 8 sentinels, as the Sons are wont to call them. That is the first barrier we must overcome. Why not simply fly over them by airship, you ask? It's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to the tower is blasted out of the air. We either destroy the statues, or the front door is forever beyond our reach. My colleagues and I are ill-suited to negotiating such deadly hazards. Thus, we are to gain access to the tower secrets, we must needs employ the services of an experienced adventurer. It will be difficult and dangerous, Sigurd, but I can think of no finer man for the task. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you have a taste for these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. There's much more to be done before we begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself. I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. I wonder what we're up against this time. Our very first objective is to reach the entrance of the tower. As I previously mentioned, however, this will prove no easy task. The entrance is guarded by a powerful defense mechanism, each utilizing one of the 4 elements: fire, water, wind, earth. Anyone attempting to simply stroll past these sleeping sentinels invites swift obliteration. Based on the Master Garland's analysis, however, we are reasonably certain that the attacks of these lethal contraptions can be reflected using a crystal of the corresponding element. Naturally, these crystals of surpassing clarity, free from the slightest impurities, much like the flawless specimens used by the beastmen in their primal summoning rituals. Mayhap I should have said exactly like the specimen they use. Were there any other way, we would not ask this of you, but we need someone to enter the Beast Tribe strongholds and liberate their perfect crystals. For the moment, I would have you focus on obtaining 2 of the 4 crystals we require. Pray make for Lanosea, where both the Sapsa spawning grounds and Ugamaru mines are located. You may be certain that the materials used in the Beastmen's sacred rituals will be well defended. Whether you choose to venture there alone or with companions, I shall leave that to your discretion, but whatever you do, be careful. Well, that is a heavy hitter. Now, we're going to go to Sapsa or to Ugamaru. Looks of it, we'll have to move. First, they're both in Lanosea, right? So, you can just go here. Ooh. Wait, this is the wrong place. Or is it? This is when you get when you're not paying attention to where you're going. Funny, isn't it? Alright, let's try this. So we'll have to fight our way through. Okay, so now the path's clear. should we go next? Let's see if we provoke any of them. Okay, we're being chased. Okay, there it is. Nice. Oh, there it is. Oh boy, I'm really feeling it. Not bad. Oh, yeah. Just have to go here. The other side. It's gonna be a little far. While we're doing this, let me stretch here real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and I had to stretch a bit because, oh boy, I was feeling it. Like, I can actually feel the exhaustion. Okay, but let's soldier on. We are going to procure some stuff. Let's bike up. Or you know what? I think something better. This one. We need to grab specifically. I need to have a standing desk for that reason. I think I agree. There's going to be a point where I'll need to use a standing desk where I have to adjust the desk's height and get myself standing while playing this game. And after a certain point, go back to sitting down. If I stand for too long, I think it's because of me working for almost about 8 hours straight, standing up, walking around. The good thing about it is I get to walk around and be active. Man, does it hurt my feet. There we are. Target found. Oh, they saw us. Oh no, they saw us. This is how you work, Ha ha ha. I was flying straight into the madness. Anyway, back to Mordona. Warping, we're flying. Oh boy, I can really feel it. So at least at this point, so those who are watching right now, we've reached a section in the story, specifically in the game, wherein we need do a specific mandatory feature here. Become a mandatory content. It's originally side content, became mandatory for us. So we're going to take this on and unlock not only just a feature to queue for these types of raids, but to also pick on certain important points for a particular plotline, which we'll discover a couple expansions or so later. So, how progress your efforts in infiltrating the basement strongholds? These are the famed flawless crystals of these tribes. I've seen countless specimens from what I know. From what I know, but not how many excavations though. Nothing seems to compare to these. These are astounding. You've done well, Sigurd. These in our possession lack only the crystals of fire and wind. The former lies in Zaharak, war camp of the Moenbryda and Thanlan. The latter in Natalan, coast of the Ixals in the hills of Kurthis. You can expect them to be closely guarded as the first two, if not more so. Still, I look forward to receiving word of your resounding success. And part 2 of that bit. Okay. Closest here we go. We're gonna fly, of course. Zanrak and somewhere around here-ish. Rocks are in the way, so it's... Okay, target found. one. Next is... we in the mountains? It's pretty cold. Although considering the length of this particular quest, I think we might have to also continue this next week. So we'll just get the crystals first. And anything to progress the particulars of this quest will be continued on our next stream. So knowing this, I know full well that this is going to be a long. It's a whole quest line. Like, it is its own thing. So, if you ask me about this, this is basically its own arc. if there's anything to go by with Alliance raid quests, is that these are standalone arcs. Oh, wait, what? Okay, never mind. Alright, back to Rambros. Okay. I think the fact that my energy is also lagging, energy is flagging down, and realizing this particular detail, I think that might be a sign. We really need to pick this up on the next day. Although I think I might have to also design a new thumbnail for this bit. I think I might have to start doing that. Yeah, you can tell I crashed in already. No. Kids, to anyone who's watching, please do not fall asleep while you're driving. If you're feeling sleepy, stop. Stop somewhere, park somewhere, rest for a bit, and then go back when you're ready to drive again. But for now, I think that is the example of what not to do when driving. Anyway, here we are. Sigurd, it's good to see you. Tell me, were you able to obtain the remaining crystals from the Beastmen? The answer is yes. They are. Wonderful. With all 4 crystals in hand, we are now ready to proceed to the next stage of our preparations. I hope I did not give the impression that we would embarking on our journey to the Crystal Tower just yet, but there is another step which must be completed ere we come to that. While the crystals you acquired are indeed flawless, they are of little use to us in their present form. If they are to reflect the elemental forces of the tower's defenses, they must needs be cut and polished. A process which calls for a very particular set of materials. Procuring them would be a challenge in itself, I fear. Needless to say, we will be requiring your services once again. And that said, I will log out here. We're going to continue this next stream. So plan for the streams are going to be as follows. So I'm not sure which one's going to go first. If it's Saturday, what's going to be for the Saturday stream, what's going to be for the Sunday stream. In terms of games, the first one might either be Final Fantasy IV or Final Fantasy XIV. You'll find out once we get to that point, or once I've figured out what to do on that week itself. So I will announce which one's going to be the hit for that. And if in case you're going to be streaming on a Monday, I'll let you know as well, because that's going to be the point where I'll also think of what would be a good game on that matter. Or if I'm going to be deciding to use that Monday as a rest day instead. I'll let you know first, once that happens. So watch out for anything. Watch out for any of my posts, or if you're in Discord, any of my messages there. So I'll let you know. Anyways, that's it for today. This is the stream of Final Fantasy XIV. We've managed to reach the end part, almost the end part, because I think we're hitting the transition point to our next expansion. Our very first expansion. Anyways, that's all for tonight. Thanks for joining me in this journey. I'll see you again on the next stream. Take care of yourselves, everyone. This is Sigurd Chronosecht, your Clockwork Wizard, bidding you a good day, telling you all to walk in the light of the crystal. Good night, good day, I'll see you soon.